Welcome back, everybody. If you know this channel at all, you know that we are on a journey of self-discovery when it comes to acid bath. We are taking a bath. We are with the acid bath. We're discovering our bodies. We're doing all sorts of things. You guys are gonna say, you might say, well, Shane, I'm new to your channel, but I don't believe a damn word you're saying about you doing anything about acid bath. Well, there you go. Look at that. God machine, finger painting, that one I couldn't say, Tababu Kumi. I mean, you know, we are on a journey here to learn about. Now, I know Dax Riggs, and I know this, and I know, you know, the Audie Pitry passing away and stuff, but I want to get into it, man. I want to get into it. Here's just a little taste of acid bath, cheap vodka. And they're on tour with DRI at the time. I mean, sludge, thrash, doom. I don't even know if we've done cheap vodka yet on the channel. And they've got so much influence in everything that they do that it's like one song sounds this way and another song sounds this way and everything. So what we're going to do is take a journey, and we're going to learn about acid bath. And I'm going to take that journey, and you're going to be there right along, holding my hand and saying, yes, Shane, yes, I know all these things, but welcome to the thing. Can we do that? First, I wanted to say Alien Sex Fiend. They have an album, and I think that's the old goth band or something, called Acid Bath. It's an album, but this freaked me out. John George Hay, commonly known as the Acid Bath Murderer, was an English serial killer convicted for the murder of 6 people, although he claimed to have killed 9. He says, you know what, pal, you got your numbers wrong. I killed 9 of them. But let's get into it. Let's learn about acid bath. Join me. Let's take a ride together. You want to see a picture of the band? Look at what I've done here. I've got all sorts of things queued up. I found this. That was pretty cool. Signed image of the band. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Acid Bath is an American sludge metal band formed in Houma, Louisiana. It was active from 1991 to 1997, regarded as one of the first and most influential sludge metal bands. They combine doom metal foundation with elements of hardcore punk, death metal, gothic rock, blues, grunge, and southern rock. Do you see what I'm saying about these guys? And look at them. Walk up while they're sitting on the stoop like that and say, "Oh, what kind of rock and roll do you play?" These guys, they don't dress no parts, you know. It's like the images you find of acid bath are slightly blurry. Look at this. You know, they're just hanging out on the corner there. Just everything about them says sludge doom. Everything about them says we can do whatever the hell we want. This guy's going to wear shorts over here. This guy's going to wear khakis. We do what the hell we want. So that's why they can put gothic rock, blues, grunge, southern rock, all that in there. The band broke up following the death of bassist Audie Pitry in a January 1997 traffic collision, but announced a reunion in October 2024. Yes, they will be playing the Sick New World Festival next year. Yeah. Acid Bath formed in 1991. The band was based out of New Orleans. Oh, let's take a look at New Orleans. That's a beautiful city. With the way that light sun's coming down, or maybe it's just coming right up, but in several small towns, including Houma, Thibodeau. Who that? You're living on in Thibodeau. Oh, that's beautiful. Very small town. Yeah, that's a county building. We go down there. We go down to the county building down there. Acid Bath was an incarnation of 2 bands. Dark Carnival, that's interesting, which featured Audie Pitry, Sammy Pierre Duet, and I think he's the one that runs the Acid Bath page, right? Seems like a great guy. Tommy Viator and Golgotha, which featured Dax Riggs. And Dax Riggs, he's got himself a website over there. He does kind of acoustic guitar. Last I remember, Dax Riggs, and this is another thing I thought was damn crazy. Look at this. There's Dax Riggs, and then for Golgotha, you go over here, it's damn Dax Riggs again. That's not fair. He don't get to have 2 pages like that. Anyways, Dax Riggs doing his own stuff. He has been part of many projects since then, including Agents of Oblivion and Dead Boy and the Elephant Man. In 2007, he began releasing material under his own name. Yeah, Dax Riggs. Mike Sanchez, Jimmy Kyle, and Jerry Boone Bucinelli, Golgotha's bassist, were in frequent rotation, finally culminating with Chad Pierce, who would then be succeeded by Pitry during Acid Bath's formation. Tommy Viator was later replaced by Jimmy Kyle on drums, but would return to the band to play keyboards toward the end of the band's career. Joseph J. Fontenot was the bassist for a short period of time. I remember them coming to town. I didn't see the show, but I remember when they came one year, and it was like everybody was talking about it. There was this guy that used to throw these big-ass warehouse gigs. They were unsanctioned, it was just like, let's go for it. And everywhere I went, it was like, oh, fucking Acid Bath, dude, they tore it up. Influenced by thrash metal, as well as bands and artists such as Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper, Celtic Frost, Carcass, Dark Throne, that's some spooky stuff. Even though those guys seem like nice guys. Is that Fenris? He's a little shady looking. Am I in the way of that? He's got his eyes darting off somewhere. Says, I must kill tonight. I must kill. Acid Bath recorded their demo, Hymn of the Needle Freak, and their manager and producer Keith Fallgout, with their manager and producer Keith Fallgout in 1993. The strength of the demo earned them a deal. They released When the Kite String Pops, we've done stuff from that, by Spike Cassidy in 1994, followed 2 years later by their second and final, so there was just the 2 albums. Final effort, Pagan Terrorism Tactic, also produced by Keith Fallgout. Neither gained them mainstream success. They don't strike me as, I think Acid Bath strikes me as a band that says, I want to eat. I would like to not have to be concerned about money, but, superstardom. There's the Kite String Pops. And Pagan. Let's see. Neither getting the mainstream success, but both albums earned a high degree of underground acclaim. In 2005, another album composed of their demos 1993-96 was released. The last show Acid Bath ever performed took place at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium on April 25th, 1997. Were you there? Crowbar was on the bill. Floodgate and Dead Industry were also on the bill that night. I might be interested in checking that out. Dead Industry? Or is that like just another local band or something? We're also on the bill that night. Jerome Bouillon played guitar for Acid Bath instead of Mike Sanchez. Acid Bath didn't get paid because the show wasn't promoted properly and not enough people showed. Why do you throw that in there? What does that have to do with anything? By the way, they played their final damn show in Shreveport Municipal Amphitheater, and they didn't get paid because they didn't do a good job promoting it. Well, you know what? They're the act. Was there someone? How do you get the amphitheater if there isn't somebody going, hi, I'm Johnny fuck, and I'm going to promote the gig? You got to do the promoting, baby. You don't leave it up to them. Although bands do heavy promotion, that's all you do. Breakup and subsequent projects. After 2 studio albums, Acid Bath's career came to an abrupt end on January 23rd, 1997, when bassist guitarist Audie Pitre and his parents were killed by a drunk driver. I knew he was killed, but they were killed by a drunk guy who had run a stop sign. And let's be honest about it. I mean, I don't know what the stats are, but it's probably a guy. Because he's fucking had a hard day at work. And he says, my boss keeps fucking with me. Go to the bar, have some drinks, have some more drinks. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's never any good. God, that's terrible. Okay, Audie Pitre and his parents were killed by a drunk driver who had run a stop sign. Kelly Pitre, Audie's brother, was the only one in the family members to survive the incident, escaping with only a broken rib and a mild neck fracture. Oh my God. I mean, dude, that's just something right there, isn't it? While rumors of another album circulated after the band's end, nothing new surfaced. Sammy Duet owns a tape of him and Mike Sanchez coming up with riffs for a possible third Acid Bath album. He mentioned this tape on, so they basically they just broke the whole band up. When Audie died, they said that's it. Like stalwarts, like straight gentlemen. They're like, if we ain't got him, we're done. Is that what's going on here? It makes you really appreciate the music even more, doesn't it? Coming up with riffs for possible third album, he mentioned this tape on his interview with Does It Doom. The tape was labeled Rat Poison because neither of them could come up with an album name. One of the members saw some rat poison in a box at a rehearsal space. Yeah, it was yours. Don't say in a rehearsal space somewhere. It was yours. It was your room, guys. And said, just call it fucking rat poison. It was also rumored that some of the riffs were used for the first Goat Whore album. What? However, this was proven to be false. So some of these fellers went off, right? Tommy Viator played drums on Disincarnate. James Frank Murphy, Disincarnate, an early death metal band. Yeah, I had me a Disincarnate CD. Tommy Viator played drums on Disincarnate's album Dreams of the Carrion Kind with the well-known death metal guitarist James Murphy, Death, Dax Riggs, and Mike Sanchez went on to perform in the band Agents of Oblivion, and we've done them on the channel. Released one self-titled album in 2000 and disbanding shortly thereafter. Starting in 2000, Riggs was also the frontman for the swamp rock band Dead Boy and the Elephant. See, there's Acid Bath. There's fucking Acid Bath. Dead Boy and the... Oh. Dead Boy and... Dead Boy. What if I use that little dingy there? And the Elephant. Dead Boy and the Elephants. Stop, I'm Already Dead. A couple bars of that. Just a little bit. All right, that's all that they're going to give me on that. Dead Boy and the Elephant. That kind of had a swampy rock sound to it, didn't it? Before he began releasing material under his own name in 2007, Sammy Pierre Duet was once a member of Crowbar. Oh, I did not know. But has since left the band. He is now a member of the blackened death metal band Goat Whore. Yes, why shouldn't I know that? Because you don't. And Ritual Killer. Have we heard them? And his doom metal band with Kelly Pitre, the brother of Audie, Oh my God, is that Kelly that was the only one to survive? Bless your heart, pal. Brother Audie Wall, Sammy Duet has remained an open Satanist? What does that got to say? Satanism, what? Refers to a group religious, ideological, and or philosophical beliefs based on Satan. Particularly his worship of veneration. Satan is commonly associated with the devil in Christianity. A fallen angel often regarded as chief of the demons who tempt humans into sin. I gotta turn this off. I gotta get my mouse over it. It's got me cursed. Sorry about that, guys. Jesus. Oh. I'm losing it. Here we go. We're keeping going here. Go to our ritual killer, Satanism. He loves it. Since his days in Acid Bath, since his days in Acid Bath. So he says, I'm a Satan. I'm into it. And I'm doing it then, and I'm doing it now. Audie formed a metal band in 1995, blending black metal vocals with the heavy sound of multiple basses with no guitar, known as shrum, and we've done them on the channel. Someone put in a request for that. I remember we did a shrum song. Tommy Viator and Joseph Fontenot were also members of shrum. Shrum utilized two distorted low-end basses and Fontenot, that's just a name that doesn't want to spit out. Fontenot would alternate between playing a distorted high-end bass and clean bass. Fontenot later played bass for Devourment. Have we done them? Let me take a look at them fellas. Oh yeah, they're down there in that boiler room. We've done them. He was in that band for 2 years. Joseph Fontenot is now a drill sergeant in the Army. He's one of them guys that does all that. Talking about maggots, stand up straight. What is that? I don't know what they say. Who was eating the jelly donuts? In 2014, rumors started that Acid Bath were reuniting with a new vocalist because Jimmy Kyle reached out to vocalist of Slipknot, Corey Taylor, with a very vague message stating Acid Bath is in search of a vocalist. And fun nugget that I do know about is that Corey Taylor and Slipknot say that Acid Bath was a huge influence on them. And I don't have an affidavit or anything notarized to say that that's true, so I'll say allegedly. Please send me Acid Bath, they're looking for a vocalist. Please send MP3, demo, video, any music links performing Acid Bath songs. However, these rumors were dismissed by other band members stating that there is no Acid Bath without late bassist Audie Pitry, those guys. They were a unit. They were they said the friendships first. Sometimes that can ruin a band. You're like, oh, we just got to keep him in, man. I know he's not up to par, but we got to keep him. He's our friend. One of these days I'll have to tell, I probably told the story before about kicking someone out of my little local band. And it was something else, because I'm a chicken when it comes to that. I hate that. Audie Pitry, so there will never be another Acid Bath material. No more. He's not here. None. And that currently most of the surviving members of Acid Bath, Jimmy, Mike, and myself, have been considering the possibility of doing some shows in the future as an Acid Bath tribute band, but nothing has been set in stone. And they do got Dax Riggs now too, right? Isn't it like 4 out of 5 of them? 3 out of 5? Jimmy, Mike, and myself, and have been considering the possibility of doing some shows in the future as an Acid Bath tribute band, okay? But nothing has been set in stone, and it is still just an idea. And here we are to the end, to the Climactico, the reunion. On October 15th, 2024, it was announced Acid Bath would be playing their first show in 28 years at the Sick New World Festival in Las Vegas, California, or Las Vegas, Nevada, on April 12, 2025, along with returning original members Dax Riggs, Duet, Sanchez, Zach Simmons from Goat Whore will be sitting in, and Alex Bergeron, ex-Agents of Oblivion, were announced on drums and bass respectively. Although the Sick New World appearance was initially announced as a one-off reunion show, the band will play the second date at the Sonic Temple Festival in Columbus, Ohio on May 9th, 2025. What say you? How do you think about that? Another taste. It's a mosh pit. I'll get it. Boy, that guitar sound is just raunchy. He's got energy in his guts. I mean, it's just primal, right? It just hits you in all the right spots. It's just something that just, it gets in there. It's that bayou. It get down there in the bayou. Tell me what you think of Acid Bath. I'd love for all you guys out there, Acid Bath fans and historians of all types, to get down there and tell me what you think of this fine band. I love to learn about the bands and the music that interests me and strikes me, and I know there's a huge fan base out there of a cult following of Acid Bath fans, but I've never heard a bad word about them. So, tell me what you think. Yeah, we get down there in the gator. We got the gator in the swamp and the gator. Look at that gator. Look at that gator over there.